everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Justin. I'm still rocking the Band-Aid from the surgery on Friday. Should get the stitches out next Monday, and hopefully this falling stuff goes down. So today I want to talk about Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA, and I don't talk a lot about chart structures on my channel or technical analysis, typically because I'm a long-term investor. So when I do analysis, I'm kind of looking 3 to 5 years out on my calculations. However, I do use technical analysis to determine when a good time is to buy a stock, whether it's from the moving average, whether it's looking at the MACD. Those are all good charts to look at. And obviously with Alibaba recently, we've really seen it drop quite a bit, right? I mean, it was at well over $300 in its highs just a few months ago. Today it drops down to about $175. And so I think a lot of us are asking, where is Alibaba going to finally bottom out at? Alibaba for me is my #1 position in my portfolio. It makes up over 25% of my portfolio, and typically I don't really care so much what a stock does on a given daily basis, weekly basis, even a monthly basis. However, the one caveat I will say to that is what I've learned over time is chart structures are important, especially trying to figure out where support levels are, determine when a good buy price might be. And so I want to look at the chart structure a little bit today. This is going to be kind of a short video, kind of look at where it's been, where it's at right now, and then give my projection on where I think this bottom is going to happen or may not happen. All right, so let's just jump right over to the computer. All right, as you can see, we're on Yahoo Finance right now. Alibaba ended at 173.73 and today it ended up about 0.02% after hours. Obviously, we've seen a big drop off since year to date. So back in February, it was around 267. So 173 right now. Let's jump over to my Charles Schwab account, and I specifically want to look at the chart structure for Alibaba. So if we go back and we look at the last 4 years for Alibaba, keep in mind they IPO'd back in 2017. You can see that this stock has been fairly volatile overall. So I mean, you're talking back in 2017, around 150, 160, got all the way down to it was like 130 back in 2019. The high we saw October of last year was around 315, and today we see it sitting at 173. All right, so let's take a look at kind of what happened today, and then we'll kind of move backwards real quick. So if I look at a 10-day chart here, and if you see the this line here is kind of the 10-day moving average, and this is a 10-day chart, so it's kind of keeping up with it there. We're going to see it in the last really half of the day. It really kind of bottomed out and kind of had a lot of support right there. So a lot of people buying in around 175 and keeping it about 173 to 175, and that makes a lot of sense. If we look back here at the last so look at the last 3 years, you'll see that where it ended today is the exact same place that it ended at March, right here, March of last year during the pandemic. It landed at 175, and so it's kind of funny because stocks do follow patterns. They do follow history. Alibaba is no different, and so we're seeing right now is the exact same place it was March of 2020, and we found a lot of support today at that level. So the question is it going to stay there? Is it going to go down? Is it going to go up? Now, if it were to go down, and we'll see what happens, the next support level is going to be, unfortunately, around 165. So if we go and we take a look back at the last time it dropped, it was, you're talking back in 2019, October 2019, you're looking at around 163 to 165. And so most likely that's where it's going to end up. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to go buy or sell the stock. This is just my personal opinion from looking at these charts. For me personally, I actually bought into Alibaba today around the 175 mark. And so if it drops again, I'll probably be a buyer of the stock again. Who's to say if it's going to go up or down at this point? But if it's going to go down, it's probably going to hit that 165 mark that we saw back in October 2019. Unfortunately, if it goes back up, it's probably going to find itself another support level around 200 would be my guess. 190, 200, kind of around there, and we'll kind of see where it goes from there. I think there's just so much fear, uncertainty in the market around Alibaba and Chinese stocks right now that it's really hard to garner what's going to happen with them. But if it drops, it's probably going to end up around 165. If it goes up, it's probably going to end up somewhere around 200 to be my guess, and kind of hover around there. Which, interestingly enough, with Alibaba is that we're seeing a lot of super investors buy into Alibaba, from obviously Charlie Munger, we've seen Ray Dalio, we've seen Monish Pabrai, we've seen Guy Spear, Al Gore. There's a lot of them out there, but the stock has continued to drop. But obviously there's other big hedge funds, and we even know like ARK Invest, for example, that has sold out of these type of stocks. So obviously there's more people than selling than buying right now. For me, long term, I think Alibaba is going to do great. I have an intrinsic value of Alibaba really between 310 and 370, depending on what kind of models I use. So I think it's at a really great valuation for me personally at this point in time. So if it, for me, if it's under 200, it's kind of silly at the prices. So I'm not worried about Alibaba. I think it's going to do great. Again, do your own research from that. This is just my opinion, but I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section. What do you think about Alibaba? Do you think it's going to drop? What are we going to see tomorrow? Obviously, it's just hovering about even around that 173 right now overnight. So we'll kind of see what happens. Thanks to guys for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys on the other side. Take care and God bless.